Greetings, my champions, and welcome to Live with Shatufa, where you are watching us from all over the world. We are connecting you to that very place as we continue to give you updates and information of what is happening in the nation. Very, very interesting times that we are looking into as we continue to speak about the freedom of Zimbabwe and the fight for freedom for the Zimbabwean people. I'm very excited once again to meet you on this very platform, a platform of change. Family, you still remember in the days past, we have been talking about the issues of the arrest of Chatunga Mugabe, the son of Robert Mugabe, the late, and how he charged at a police officer and grabbed the police officer by the collar and assaulted the police officer, and leading to his arrest. So what has finally happened is that the charge that the police have given is angered ZANU PF Varakashi. We have seen quite a lot of Varakashi coming out and complaining about Chatunga Mugabe and the kind of charge that has been given to him. And it is so surprising because these are supposed to be people of one family. So for them to be complaining about their own unfairness, well, the unfairness is right inside ZANU PF. It's not our problem as Zimbabwe. It's not our problem as citizens. It is the problem of the corrupt regime of ZANU PF. Simple. And that is exactly what is happening. So one of the people, Matigari, one of those, Varakashis who complained, among others, he said, why is Chatunga being charged with disorderly conduct instead of assault of a police officer? Does the charge appear reasonable? So it seems like this is the charge that was given to him, disorderly conduct, of which that one is just a very small thing that can just have a fine. Probably by now is already paid fine and the issue is done and over. But it seems Varakashi are not happy about this charge, because I saw also one who was commenting and also saying that these young boys, they are forgetting that times have changed. It's no longer their time and things like that. So they want these boys of Mugabe to feel that their father is no longer in charge. Things have already changed. Things have moved on. But the truth of the matter is Mugabe and Mnangagwa are just one. Of course, we know what they did to each other. They had their own personal wars and fights that they were having there. But the truth of the matter is that these people have been one person when they've been doing their things together and they do understand each other. That's why up to now we still find that Mnangagwa did not touch even the farms of Mugabe and all the properties and the like what everyone expected to happen. So it's because they know that there are other places that they meet. There are other things that combine them into one place. So there's no way that these can totally, become enemies. We've seen, of course, Robert Jr. also appearing on ZANU PF rallies, and Mnangagwa at one point he called him to the front and even introduced him to the gathering. So you see, this on its own is just an indication. We saw Grace Mugabe at General Chiwenga's wedding. She was there, and they were dancing together with Auxilia Mnangagwa and the like. So what can we talk about? What can we say? These are just one people. And for ZANU PF Varakashi especially, to complain about the treatment or rather the charge that has been given to Bellarmine, it's really neither here nor there, because it is still their government that is corrupt. Those that are up there in the corridors of power, they do understand the politics that is at play, that they cannot ditch or dump the Mugabe family totally, because they still have quite a lot of businesses and other interests that are connected, and there's no how that can ever happen. So for them to be sounding as surprised and asking questions, it's really either that they don't really understand what is happening up there, or they are just trying to, just make noise over nothing, because it was expected for Chatunga to assault a police officer. It's because there is something that he also knows. There's something that he understands, that we still have some power that we have in our hand somehow, although the old man could have gone, but we still wield quite some power. And that's why he could go that far. If he knew that he could sink, I don't see him having done what he did. Especially, you see, the thing that is so sickening about the whole situation is when we look at people that are innocent, who are in police custody, I mean, who are in prisons right now, people that have been arrested, people like the Namatais and the Cheres, the people like Jacob Garuvume, Bishop Nyamakanga, and the like, and quite a lot of others who are arrested, the Timber and the 78. They are still there, you see, in the prisons, and yet they committed no crime. But look at somebody who has assaulted a police officer, and they can just be walking scot-free. Had this been done by somebody who was deemed to be of Chamisa or of the opposition or something like that, we could be hearing a serious war right now. That person could be in serious fire right now as we are speaking. But of course, we know that Zimbabwe is not a just state. Zimbabwe is not a nation that has rule of law. It is just a banana republic with no rule of law, where some animals are more important than others. So that's exactly what we are doing when we are seeing happening in the country, and we continue to demand for the freedom of the Zimbabwean people. This is why our fight for freedom will never relent. We have to continue demanding for accountability, for rule of law, for justice to happen in Zimbabwe. Every Zimbabwean must be treated equally. There's no Zimbabwean who should be enjoying the rights of being Zimbabwean more than any other. And ZANU PF and Emerson Mnangagwa have totally failed to present to us such kind of a Zimbabwe. It is all because they know that if they allow the rule of law to persist in Zimbabwe, they cannot hold on to power, because they have to illegally hold on to power. Otherwise, if they use legal means to run the country, they will find themselves gone. Within just a day, this Mnangagwa and ZANU PF will be out. So they know that. That is why they thrive in debt. You know what happens with the devil? The devil thrives in darkness. When there is light, he can't survive. So that's the same thing with ZANU PF. They have to thrive in illegality and where there's no rule of law, where there's no justice. That's where they can prevail. So that's what it is. But the truth of the matter is the days are numbered for Emerson Mnangagwa and ZANU PF. Very, very soon, we are going to be seeing the beginning of a shift, a dramatic shift that is going to happen in the nation of Zimbabwe, and a new set of order coming into place, a new leadership totally that is coming into place. So they can continue to try and oppress Zimbabwean people, but they are not going to get far, because the time is up, the days are numbered, and it is a season of change, and God is in it, and we are believing God that the season is here and the season is now. So all this is going to be very very soon over, and Zimbabwean people shall forget of all the oppression of ZANU PF, what we have seen happening for a very, very long time. So this is what it is, family, just giving you updates of what is happening in and around our nation, and we want to continue to keep you updated. As usual, I continue to encourage us to continue supporting the platforms. This is the second platform from Chatufa Television Production, and also please subscribe to both channels, and also support both channels, and avoid, as much as you can, avoid skipping almost all adverts, because it also helps to raise the standard and the level, and the level by which YouTube views our channel. It continues to promote us if we do that. Otherwise, thank you so much for being with me on this one. Let's meet in the upcoming show. Remain blessed. Shalom and shalom.